Alessio Marchetti slammed his tattooed hand against the linen-covered table, and every conversation in Vittorio's died at once. "Nobody touches her again," he said, his voice low enough to make the silence feel heavier. Claire Bennett stood 10 feet away with a coffee pot trembling in one hand and a tray pressed against her hip. She had been on her feet for 9 hours. Her arches burned inside cheap black shoes. Bleach had dried the skin around her knuckles. And the dining room smelled of roasted garlic, red wine, wet wool, and money that had never known what it meant to be late on rent. 20 seconds earlier, her manager had leaned close and whispered, "Table 12, black coffee. Don't keep him waiting." Claire had looked toward the private corner booth. Alessio sat beneath a brass wall lamp in a charcoal suit with the collar open, dark ink visible along the left side of his neck. More tattoos crossed his hands and fingers, disappearing beneath his cuffs. 3 men sat with him, all quiet, all watching the room instead of their menus. Claire knew the symbol on Alessio's ring. She had seen it stamped at the bottom of the debt papers Derek Vale forced her to sign in a warehouse 6 weeks ago. She set the coffee pot down. "Give the table to Megan." Her manager stared at her. "Are you out of your mind?" "Probably. That man owns half this neighborhood. Then he can find someone else to pour his coffee." The manager grabbed her wrist before she could walk away. Pain flashed beneath her sleeve, sharp and immediate, where the bruise had never fully healed. Claire pulled free. The coffee cups rattled. Across the room, Alessio lifted his eyes. He did not wave. He did not call her over. He simply watched. That was worse. Her manager lowered his voice. "You need this job." Claire thought of the overdue utility bill on her kitchen counter. She thought of her mother's care facility calling twice that morning. She thought of Derek's message. "Interest goes up Friday." "I know," she said. "Then serve him." Claire picked up the tray, crossed the room, and stopped beside table 12. Alessio looked at the empty coffee cup, then at her face. Up close, he seemed older than the stories made him sound. Tired around the eyes, controlled everywhere else. "You're not pouring?" he asked. "No." One of his men shifted in his chair. Alessio did not. Why? Claire could have lied. She could have blamed the machine, the manager, the end of her shift. Instead, she looked at the ring on his tattooed hand. "Because men wearing that symbol already took enough from me." The room seemed to tighten around them. Alessio's gaze dropped to her wrist as her sleeve slid back. The bruise was yellow at the edges, dark at the center. His expression did not change, but his hand closed slowly around the edge of the table. "Who did that?" Claire pulled her sleeve down. "Ask your own people." She turned to leave. The manager stepped into her path, furious and pale. "Claire, apologize." Alessio's palm hit the table. "Not hard enough to break anything. Hard enough to stop everyone." Then he stood and moved between Claire and the manager, his black suit cutting off the room like a closing door. He did not touch her. He did not look back at her. She said no. You told the manager. That should have been the end of it. Claire stared at the tattoos disappearing beneath his cuff. For the first time that night, Alessio looked less like the man behind her debt and more like someone who had just discovered a secret inside his own house. He turned his head slightly. "Miss Bennett," he said, already knowing her name. "You're going to tell me who hurt you." Claire tightened her grip on the tray. "No." "Mr. Marchetti?" His eyes met hers. "Then I'll find out without you." Claire did not answer him. She walked past Alessio, pushed through the kitchen doors, and kept moving until the smell of roasted garlic gave way to steam, dish soap, and burnt coffee. Her pulse hammered against the bruise beneath her sleeve. Behind her, the dining room slowly began breathing again. Plates clinked. Chairs shifted. Voices returned in careful whispers. She reached the employee hallway, pulled her coat from a dented locker, and found her manager waiting by the time clock. "You are done here," he said. "I figured." "Do you understand what you just did?" Claire slid her arms into the coat. It fit close over her slender frame, still damp at the shoulders from the rain. I refuse to pour coffee. You embarrass Alessio Marchetti in front of his people. He looked fine. Her manager rubbed both hands over his face. Take the back exit. Claire clocked out, stepped into the alley, and let the cold air hit her lungs. Rainwater shone beneath the security light. A delivery truck idled half a block away. No black cars, no men in dark suits. She had expected someone to follow her. The fact that no one did made her more nervous. Across town, Alessio sat alone at table 12 while his coffee cooled untouched. The tattoo along the left side of his neck showed above his open collar when he turned toward Nico Salerno, his head of security. Dark ink covered Alessio's fingers as he pushed Claire's employee card across the table. Find out what she meant. Nico looked toward the kitchen. You want her brought in? No. Watched? Alessio's jaw tightened. I want the truth. There is a difference. 20 minutes later, Nico placed a thin file beside the cold coffee. Claire Bennett, 29. No criminal record, no wealthy relatives, no useful enemies. She rented a one-bedroom apartment above a laundromat on Ashland Avenue and visited her mother every Sunday at St. Agnes Assisted Living. Her younger brother, Noah, had died 8 months earlier after his car left a county road outside the city. The report called it an accident. Alessio turned the page. A debt collection notice was clipped beneath the report. $180,000. Claire's name had been added as guarantor 3 days after Noah died. Who owns the debt? Alessio asked. Nico hesitated. It moves through 4 companies. That was not my question. The last company answers to Vale Recovery. Derek Vale collected private debts for businesses protected by the Marchetti family. He was supposed to handle contracts, not frighten women with bruised wrists. Alessio looked at the signature authorizing the transfer. It belonged to Enzo Marchetti, his father's younger brother. His phone rang before he could speak. Enzo's name appeared on the screen. We have dinner with the Bellandes tomorrow, Enzo said when Alessio answered. Do not let some waitress become a family problem. Alessio stared at Claire's photograph. She was standing outside St. Agnes in jeans and a cream sweater. Beautiful without trying to be, one hand raised against the camera as if she had sensed someone watching. She was already a family problem, Alessio said. I am only the last person to hear about it. He ended the call. At that same moment, Claire reached her apartment and found a white envelope pushed beneath the door. Inside was another payment notice. The balance had increased by $12,000 overnight. At the bottom, written in blue ink, were 6 words. You should have served the coffee. Claire slept for less than 3 hours. The radiator knocked inside the wall until dawn, filling the apartment with dry metallic clicks that sounded too much like someone testing the lock. She kept the blue ink warning on the kitchen table beside a cup of stale coffee and stared at it until the words blurred. At 8:15, her landlord called. Your balance is clear, he said. Claire sat up straighter. What balance? Rent. Late fees, too. Somebody paid 6 months in advance. She closed her eyes. Alessio Marchetti had ignored the one thing she had made perfectly clear. By 9, Claire was crossing the marble lobby of Marchetti Holdings in fitted black pants, a cream blouse, and the only wool coat she owned. She was slender and striking enough to draw glances, but her expression stopped anyone from holding them. A receptionist rose quickly. Do you have an appointment? No, Mr. Marchetti is unavailable. Claire placed the white envelope on the desk. Tell him the waitress is here to return his favor. The elevator doors opened before the receptionist could answer. Nico stood inside. He is expecting you. That makes one of us. Alessio's office overlooked the river and the gray line of the harbor. He stood near the windows with his suit jacket off, sleeves rolled to his forearms. Black and charcoal tattoos covered his hands, crossed his wrists. and disappeared beneath the fabric. The ink along the left side of his neck showed above his open collar. He looked as if he had not slept either. Claire dropped the envelope onto his desk. "You paid my rent." "Yes." "Undo it." "No." The answer came without hesitation. Claire let out a short breath. "You think money turns a bad decision into a good one." Alessio moved behind the desk. "I think it keeps you housed while I find out why my family put a false debt in your name." Her anger stalled for half a second. "False?" He pushed a file toward her. "Your brother never borrowed $180,000. The account was created after his death." Claire looked down but did not touch it. Noah's name was printed across the first page. Her stomach tightened. "You expect me to trust documents from the same people threatening my mother?" "No," Alessio said. "I expect you to question everything." She finally opened the file. Dates, transfers, signatures. The Marchetti crest appeared at the bottom of one page. The same symbol she had seen on Derek Vale's ring. "You knew about this." "I learned last night." "That is convenient." "Careful." Claire looked up. "Was that a threat?" Silence stretched between them. Rain tapped the windows 40 floors above the street. Alessio lowered his voice. "No. It was me remembering that you have every reason to hate the name I carry." That answer unsettled her more than anger would have. He stepped away from the desk, leaving the path to the door open. "Nico can move you and your mother somewhere secure. I am not going anywhere with your men. Vale knows where you live. So do you." Alessio absorbed the blow without flinching. "Then choose the place. Choose the driver. Choose every door you walk through. I will not force you." Claire studied him. The powerful man from the restaurant was still there. But something quieter stood beneath the tattoos and tailored clothes. Regret, perhaps, or guilt. Her phone vibrated inside her coat. Unknown number. She answered without looking away from Alessio. Derek Vale's voice came through soft and cheerful. "You should not have gone to him, Claire." Her blood went cold. "Where are you?" "Close enough to see that cream blouse." Claire turned toward the windows. Alessio was already moving. He crossed the room, pulled her away from the glass, and placed himself between her and the city. His hand never touched her skin. "Listen carefully," Derek said. "Walk out alone, or your mother pays the next installment." Alessio took the phone from Claire's hand and ended the call. "Your mother is not paying anything." Claire reached for it. "You cannot promise that." "I can promise what I control." "That is the problem. You think you control everything." His dark eyes held hers. The tattoos across his fingers shifted as he placed the phone on the desk. "Not everything." Nico entered without knocking. St. Agnes confirmed her mother is still inside. 2 men have been watching the east entrance since 7 this morning. Claire's chest tightened. "I am going there." "No." Alessio said, "Do not start giving me orders." "Then call it advice from a man who knows what Derek Vale wants." "He wants me scared. He wants you isolated." Alessio pulled on his charcoal jacket, covering most of the ink along his forearms, while the tattoo on the left side of his neck remained visible above his. Collar. "Tonight's dinner with the Bellandis is at Vittorio's. Vale will be there because my uncle uses him for private collections." Claire stared at him. "You're still going to that dinner? If I cancel, Enzo knows I found the debt. And if you go, you sit across from the people who might have killed Noah." His jaw tightened at her brother's name. "That is why I need them comfortable." Claire looked toward the rain-dark windows. Derek had seen her enter the building. He knew about her mother. Waiting quietly was no longer protection. It was surrender with better furniture. "Get me my job back," she said. Alessio went still. "Absolutely not. You just told me Vale will be at Vittorio's, which is why you will be nowhere near it. He expects me to be afraid of him. Let him keep expecting that. You are not bait. I did not ask permission." For several seconds, neither moved. Then Alessio looked at Nico. cleared the floor around her section. No one approaches her without being seen. Claire folded her arms. You do not get to turn the restaurant into a fortress. And you do not get to walk into a family dinner without protection. Then stay close enough to help and far enough to let me breathe. Something almost like respect crossed his face. That is becoming a difficult distance. By 7 that evening, Vittorio's glowed beneath amber lamps and polished brass. The dining room smelled of rosemary, red wine, lemon oil, and wet coats drying near the entrance. Claire wore a fitted black dress beneath her server's apron. Elegant without trying, her dark hair pinned back from her face. The bruise on her wrist was hidden beneath a narrow cuff. At the private table, Alessio sat beside Enzo Marchetti and across from Branca Belandi. His suit was black, his collar open, the charcoal tattoo on his neck stark against his skin. Bianca was beautiful, composed, and dressed like the future had already agreed to marry her. Enzo smiled when Claire entered. Our waitress returned. Alessio did not look at his uncle. She works here. People like her should learn when to leave a room. Claire set down the breadbasket. People like me usually know when the room is lying. Claire moved around the table, pouring water with a steady hand. Then she saw Derek in the service hallway. He was not dressed for dinner. He was watching her. Her phone vibrated inside her apron. One message appeared. Put the recorder under Marchetti's chair, or your mother loses her room tonight. A small black device waited behind the wine station. Claire picked it up, walked back to the table, and placed it beside Alessio's plate. Someone asked me to hide this under your chair. Every voice in the room stopped. Alessio looked at the device. Then at Claire. Enzo slowly set down his glass. Do you understand what you just interrupted? He asked. Claire met his stare. Yes. A dangerous dinner, pretending to be a family meal. No one reached for the device. That frightened Claire more than shouting would have. The tiny black recorder sat beside Alessio's plate while candlelight moved across the tattoos on his hands. Enzo leaned back in his chair, calm enough to make the room feel smaller. Remove her, he said. Alessio did not look away from Claire. No. One of the Belandi men shifted near the door. Nico moved at the same time, not touching his jacket, only placing himself where everyone could see him. Is this how the Marchetti family conducts business now? She asked. Waitresses interrupt private dinners with toys? Claire felt Derek watching from the service hallway. Her phone pressed against her hip inside the apron pocket. Her mother's face flashed through her mind, pale under the fluorescent lights at St. Agnes, pretending not to notice how expensive everything had become. Alessio picked up the recorder between 2 tattooed fingers. Where did you get this? Behind the wine station. Who contacted you? Claire looked at Enzo. His expression barely changed, but his thumb stopped moving against the stem of his glass. Derek Vale. Alessio's gaze hardened. What did he threaten? My mother's room. The silence broke inside him before it broke anywhere else. Claire saw it in the tight line of his jaw, in the way the charcoal ink along his neck shifted when he swallowed. Enzo gave a tired sigh. This is becoming embarrassing. For whom? Claire asked. You, he said. You think standing beside my nephew makes you protected. It makes you visible. Alessio rose. The chair legs scraped softly across the floor. He did not raise his voice. Careful, uncle. There it is. Enzo said, smiling without warmth. The famous temper. All because a pretty waitress showed you a bruise. Claire's stomach turned, but Alessio remained still. This is not about a bruise. Then what is it about? Alessio placed the recorder on the table. Someone used my family's name to build a debt that did not exist. Someone threatened a woman who had nothing to do with our business. Someone believed I would never ask questions. Across the table, Bianca finally lowered her glass. I am asking why Derek Vale is here. Every head turned toward the hallway. Derek was gone. Claire's phone vibrated. She pulled it out before anyone could stop her. A photograph filled the screen. Her mother's empty bed at St. Agnes. The blanket was folded neatly. The chair beside the window was vacant. Beneath the image was one sentence. You chose the wrong table. Claire's knees weakened. Alessio saw the screen and moved around the table. Nico, already calling the facility. Alessio stopped in front of Claire. His body blocked Enzo, Bianca, and every curious face behind them. But he did not touch her. Look at me. She did. They took her. Her voice came out thin. We do not know that yet. Do not lie to make me feel better. Something softened behind his eyes. I am not. Nico returned less than a minute later, his face grim. St. Agnes says a transport service signed her out 20 minutes ago. The paperwork looked valid. Claire turned toward Enzo. You did this. He spread his hands. You are upset. She stepped forward, but Alessio shifted between them. Not here. He said quietly. Do not protect him from me. I am protecting your next choice. The words stopped her. Alessio turned to the table and removed a heavy family ring from his finger. Without it, the tattoos across his hand looked darker. More human. Dinner is over, he said. Bianca stared at him. You walk out now. The port agreement dies. Then let it die. Enzo stood. You would throw away 20 years of family work for her? Alessio looked at Claire, then back at his uncle. No, I'm throwing it away because of what you did to her. He took Claire's coat from the back of a chair and held it open, waiting for her decision. Not ordering, waiting. Claire slipped her arms into the sleeves. As they crossed the kitchen, the smell of bleach and burnt garlic closed around them. Noah found something before he died, she said. Alessio glanced at her. What? Money moving through the docks. He said if anything happened to him, I should look inside the blue ledger. Alessio stopped walking. Where is it? Claire met his eyes. Somewhere your family cannot reach. His voice dropped. Claire, they already reached your mother. She held his stare. Then help me get her back. And I will show you who betrayed both of us. The black SUV had barely cleared the restaurant when Alessio's phone rang. He answered on speaker without taking his eyes off the rain-streaked windshield. Bring the girl and the ledger to the old Marchetti house by midnight. Everyone walks away. Claire sat rigid beside Alessio, her wet coat pulled tight around her slender frame. Let me speak to her. You are not in a position to make requests. Enzo said. Alessio's tattooed hand closed around the phone. The dark ink across his fingers tightened with the movement. Let me hear her voice. A pause followed. Then Claire heard her mother breathing. Claire? Mom? Are you hurt? No, I am all right. They said there was a problem with the transport paperwork. Her mother was trying to sound calm. Claire knew the difference. I am coming for you. Enzo returned to the line. Midnight. The call ended. For several seconds. Only the tires and the steady sweep of the wipers disturbed the silence. Claire turned toward Alessio. Take me there. No, he has my mother. And he wants the only witness who can explain that ledger. I am not a witness. I am leverage. Alessio looked at her then, his black suit still carrying the smell of wine, rain, and expensive tobacco from the dinner. The tattoo along the left side of his neck disappeared beneath his open collar. You are not going into that house. You do not get to decide that. Tonight I do. Claire stared at him. That is not protection. The words landed hard. Alessio looked away first. 20 minutes later, the SUV turned down a narrow coastal road and stopped before a weathered house overlooking the black Atlantic. It was smaller than Claire expected, with peeling white paint and a porch light that flickered in the wind. What is this place? She asked. Where I lived before my father decided I needed to become useful. Inside, the house smelled of cedar, old books, and tomato sauce. A three-legged dog lifted its gray head from a blanket near the fireplace. Alessio immediately crouched beside it, one tattooed hand moving gently behind its ears. His name is Bruno. Bruno stood, limped across the rug, and pressed his nose against Claire's knee. Apparently he has poor judgment. Alessio almost smiled. It vanished when Nico entered from the kitchen. The family council called. If you refuse Enzo's terms, they remove you as boss and freeze every account you control. Claire looked at Alessio. What happens if you agree? I keep the family, and you give them me. He did not answer. That was enough. Alessio walked into the kitchen and set a pot on the stove. You should eat. Claire followed him. My mother has been taken. Your uncle wants me traded, and you are making pasta? You have not eaten since yesterday. That is not the point. It is one point I can fix. He crushed garlic beneath the flat side of a knife, then left it in the pan too long. The smell turned bitter. You burned it. Then why keep trying? Alessio looked at her across the stove. Because my mother taught me. The answer softened something she did not want softened. His phone buzzed on the counter. He stepped into the hallway to answer, but the old house carried sound too well. Take my name off the port agreement, he told Nico. Transfer my voting rights. Give Enzo what he wants. But Claire and her mother leave untouched. Claire went still. He was preparing to give up everything without telling her. She crossed the hallway and faced him. You do not get to ruin your life and call it saving mine. That is not the same as choosing. I am choosing you. The words hung between them. Claire's breath caught, but she forced herself not to look away. No, you are choosing for me. Then stopped before the distance became another kind of pressure. What would you choose? Claire looked toward the dark window, where their reflections stood side by side but did not touch. Later, while Alessio and Nico argued in the study, Claire opened the lining of her coat and removed a small brass key Noah had sewn there before he died. The blue ledger was hidden in a bank box under another name. She left a note beside the burned garlic. Do not follow me unless you are ready to stop protecting the family that did this. Then she took the keys to the spare car and drove toward the city before dawn. Claire reached the city just after 6 in the morning, when delivery trucks were coughing awake and the sidewalk still shone from the night rain. She parked 2 blocks from the bank, pulled her coat tighter around her slender frame, and checked the street before stepping out. Noah had chosen the branch because it opened early and asked fewer questions. At least, that was what he had told her the last time she saw him alive. The brass key felt cold in her palm. Inside the private box was a blue ledger, a flash drive, and a photograph of Noah standing beside a shipping container with Vale and Enzo Marchetti in the background. Claire stared at the picture until her throat tightened. Noah had known exactly who he was dealing with. He had known, and he had still tried to leave her away through it. By 7:30, Claire was walking into the Marchetti Social Club on Mulberry Street with the ledger pressed beneath her arm. The building smelled of dark coffee, furniture polish, and old cigar smoke. Family portraits lined the walls. Men in tailored suits stopped talking when they saw her. She wore black trousers, low heels, and a fitted gray sweater beneath her coat. Beautiful, composed, and visibly alone. You cannot be here. Claire held up the ledger. Then tell Enzo he can explain this without me. The doors to the back room opened. Enzo sat at the head of a long table surrounded by captains. Bianca sat near the window, her expression unreadable. Derek stood against the wall, but she kept walking. You have become difficult, Enzo said. No, Claire replied. I became informed. Claire put her hand flat across the cover. Touch it, and every copy goes somewhere you cannot stop. It was not true, but Derek hesitated. That was enough. Claire, open to the first marked page. These numbers repeat every 13 weeks, but the invoice names change. My brother found them. You are a waitress. I balance my mother's bills. My brother's accounts and every shift report at Vittorio's for 6 years. Numbers do not care what job title you give me. One of the older captains leaned forward. Claire turned the ledger toward him. This account was created after Noah died. This one became my debt. This signature belongs to Enzo. Derek's face tightened. Enzo did not look at him. You are accusing this family based on handwriting and grief. No, Claire said. I am accusing you based on transfers, dates, and the fact that my mother disappeared the same night I refused to hide your recorder. The room shifted. Several men looked toward Enzo instead of Claire. Then the doors opened again. Alessio entered wearing a black suit with the collar open, the charcoal tattoo on the left side of his neck visible above the fabric. Dark ink covered his hands and fingers. He looked as if he had driven through the night. His gaze found Claire first. You left without security. You told me not to go. That was not the same thing. It sounded the same. For one brief second, something almost warm passed between them. Then Enzo stood. Alessio walked to Claire's side. Not in front of her. Beside her. She is the reason we know what our family has become. Choose your next words carefully. Alessio placed his tattooed hand on the table beside the ledger. No, you chose yours when you put a dead man's debt on his sister. Bianca looked from the numbers to Enzo. Did Belandi money move through these accounts? Enzo ignored her, removed the girl. No one moved. Alessio looked around the table. She speaks until she is finished. Claire turned the next page. Her hands were steady now. Noah found money missing from the port. Derek took one step toward the door. Still, no one raised a weapon. The silence did more damage than shouting could have. Enzo finally smiled. But the confidence had left it. Claire's blood went cold. Where is she? He asked. Enzo looked toward the ceiling. Closer than you think. A faint sound came from the floor above. 3 slow knocks. Then 2. Claire recognized the pattern immediately. Her mother had used it on the apartment wall when Claire was a child and afraid of storms. 3 knocks meant I am here. 2 meant find me. Claire lifted her eyes to Alessio. He had already understood. Finish this, he told her quietly. I will bring her down. Alessio turned toward the staircase, but Enzo's voice stopped him. Alessio looked back slowly. The charcoal tattoo along the left side of his neck shifted above his open collar, and the dark ink across his hands seemed almost black beneath the club's yellow lights. It ended when you took an innocent woman from her bed. Enzo rested both palms on the table. Claire stood beside the open ledger, her pulse pounding in her ears. It became personal when you used my brother's death to build a debt. Enzo ignored her. Alessio, give me the book. Tell the council the transfers were authorized. Your captains keep their income and the mother goes home. And Claire? Alessio asked. She disappears from family business. Men who had known him since childhood watched from behind coffee cups and folded hands. Banca Belandi sat perfectly still, but her face had lost its polite calm. He could keep the family name, the port, and every man in the room. Claire closed the ledger. His eyes found hers. He has your mother. And Noah is dead because everyone kept paying for silence. Her voice shook, but she did not lower it. If you give him that book, he will do this again to someone else. Enzo smiled faintly. Listen to her. She thinks morality is free. It is not, Claire said. That is why none of you ever buy it. A few men looked down. He pulled it free and placed it beside the ledger. The small sound of metal against wood carried through the entire room. My father gave me this when I was 21. He told me blood was the only thing a man could trust. Enzo nodded once. He was right. Alessio looked toward the ceiling, where 3 slow knocks sounded again. Then he faced the council. No, blood is only what a man is born into. Honor is what he chooses when it costs him something. He took a sealed envelope from inside his jacket and placed it on the table. Nico stepped forward. Alessio said, "If anyone in this room tries to bury the truth, they go public." Enzo's face finally changed. "You would expose your own family?" "I am exposing you." Banca rose from her chair. "The Belandi family withdraws from the port agreement until every account is reviewed." Enzo turned on her. "Sit down. You do not give me orders." The pressure in the room broke all at once. Lawyers gathered papers. Derek moved toward the side door, but Nico blocked him with a quiet step. Alessio never looked away from Enzo. "Where is Margaret Bennett?" Enzo's voice dropped. "Give me the ledger." Claire placed both hands on the blue cover. No. The answer was simple. Final. A door opened upstairs. An older woman appeared at the landing, pale and frightened, but standing on her own. "Claire?" Claire's breath left her. "Mom." Alessio crossed the room and climbed the stairs. But he stopped several feet away from Margaret, so he would not frighten her. "You are safe." He offered his tattooed hand, palm open, and waited. When they came down together, Claire hurried forward and wrapped her mother in her arms. For a moment, the family council disappeared. There was only the smell of her mother's lavender lotion and the soft tremble of her shoulders. Enzo looked around the table for support and found none. Alessio stood beside Claire. No ring on his hand, no agreement left to protect. "What happens to you now?" His expression was tired, honest, and almost relieved. He said, "I do not know." 3 months later, the rain returned to Vittorio's. It tapped softly against the front windows while the late crowd thinned and the kitchen settled into the tired rhythm of closing. Claire stood behind the counter in a black blouse and tailored pants, her dark hair pinned loosely at the nape of her neck. She no longer wore an apron. The restaurant had changed owners after the investigation, and Claire had taken over the books, the staff schedules. More importantly, she had created a legal fund for families trapped by false debts like the one that had nearly destroyed hers. Noah's name was printed on the first page of every intake form. Her mother was home, stronger now, complaining about the price of groceries and pretending she did not need help carrying laundry. Enzo and Derek were gone from the family's business, removed by the weight of records, testimony, and choices they had believed no one would ever question. Alessio had lost the port agreement, half his captains, and most of the power that once followed his name into every room. He had not disappeared. He had done something harder. He stayed and faced what remained. At 10:45, the front bell chimed. Alessio stepped inside alone. His black hair was combed back, his charcoal coat damp from the rain. The tattoo along the left side of his neck showed above his open collar, and dark ink still covered his hands and fingers. He looked no less dangerous than before, but the room did not bend around him now. He did not expect it to. He crossed to table 12 and sat down. Claire saw him. She finished counting the register, answered a server's question, and carried 2 empty glasses to the kitchen. Alessio did not call her name. He did not tap the table or check his watch. He waited. 10 minutes later, Claire brought him a cup of black coffee. "Kitchen is closed," she said. "I did not come for dinner." "That is good, because I'm still not serving you." A faint smile touched his mouth. "Then coffee is enough." Claire remained standing. "Nico said you sold the warehouse properties." "I did." "And the money?" "Went to the families Enzo buried under false contracts." "All of it?" "Enough that my accountant hates me." Claire looked at his bare hand. He had never replaced the family ring. "Do you regret it?" Alessio stared into the coffee. Every morning, her expression tightened. He looked up. "Regret is not the same as wishing I chose differently. It means the choice costs something." Claire pulled out the chair across from him and sat. "People used to think power meant everyone in the room was afraid of you. I used to think that too. What do you think now?" His tattooed fingers rested around the warm cup. "Power is knowing you can force a door open and choosing to knock." Claire held his gaze. There had been a time when he tried to solve her life without asking, when protection had been another name for control. She had not changed him by being helpless. She had changed him by refusing to be owned, by carrying the ledger into a room full of men who expected her silence, and by making him see that love without choice was only another kind of debt. "You did not save me," she said. Alessio nodded slowly. "No, you stood beside me, after you taught me how." Claire reached into her bag and placed a clean white handkerchief on the table. It was the one he had given her the night her mother disappeared. "You never told me about your mother." His eyes settled on the folded cloth. For the first time, the silence between them did not feel dangerous. It felt earned. "She used to bring me here," he said, "before my father decided kindness made men weak." Claire leaned back. Was he wrong? Alessio looked around the quiet restaurant, at the workers locking doors, at the woman sitting across from him because she chose to stay. Completely. Outside, rain blurred the city lights into red and gold. Claire did not promise forever. Alessio did not ask for ownership. They sat at the table where she had once refused him, speaking softly while the coffee cooled between them. He had lost an empire because he chose honor over blood. She had gained more than safety because she refused to trade her voice for protection. And somewhere between those choices, love stopped being a rescue. It became two people deciding again and again not to become the worst thing power had taught them to be.